Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jax on the channel, the Jaxster, and yeah, we're back on StoneBlock. This is episode number 24, StoneBlock 3, and I got a new room down here that I created. I didn't realize how close it was to our power room, but it kind of works out. It's a convenient door while I was setting up these machines and everything. So yeah, let's get back to those in a minute. I'll show you kind of what we've been up to. Yeah, we're over here by these noise makers. Got slime somewhere. Okay, there he is. I think that's a pretty good knockback on it. Take these guys out real quick. Alright. Those slime balls. Those up. Get a little XP here real quick. Alright. So hope you guys having a good day. It's a pretty good day for me today starting out. Technically it's the first day of winter where I live at. Yeah. Got our mage blooms going. Looks like we got all of our other source jars full. Got our shag room going on. Automation of the gyms, which we need. And then I've got it set up over here to speed that process up because we need quite a few of those. I think actually we might be getting done. So let's turn those off. They can cause lagging, but they haven't right there where they're at. I did semi-automate the watch of flowing times. We're in the same place where we do our processors. So that's pretty good. One of the hey, Mr. Pig. Can't be hanging out over here. And a cow too? These guys just want some cake, I guess. So anyway, yeah, I did make the more Cacamaris plants. I think we're kind of out of cake. But I mean, I guess we could do some more mana generation. I'm not worried about it right now. We don't need it at the moment. So, but there is one item that I wanted to make that we talked about last episode. So let's clean our inventory up a little bit here. Raw chop. I think I got all those. I am missing one food that I need to get, which is a rabbit, raw rabbit. Okay, so anyway, the agglomeration plate is kind of what I wanted to make. And I think we needed some runes and stuff for that. I think I put everything up. I think it's this one probably. You can see we made some more Dreamlog wood. I haven't upgraded or updated the mana spreaders yet because just I've been working on some other stuff. Let's see, grab these items out. Oh, there was my other book too. I seen that the other day. The Black Lotus, I don't know if you guys know about this, but if you have a little bit of mana in a pool, you drop these in and it generates a lot. It's a pretty good plant. You can't get this naturally in the world. I think you get it from like quests and stuff like that. That's how you get it. Same way with the overgrowth seed. All right. So let's get our Lexica Botania out, and we're gonna look at the agglomeration plate. Let's see, manipulation. And now that we opened up the portal, you have all these different other items opened up. Like I said, technically we skipped that agglomeration plate. Let's look it up in might be a little faster way. Do add Botania plate. So yeah, we need the runes of fire, air, mana, earth, and water. And then we need 3 blocks of lapis and a block of mana steel. So did I have those items in here too? Make sure we get the right ones here. We got fire, mana, air, earth, and water. Yep. So we got all of those. Let's grab out some blocks. 3. And then we need a mana steel. We're going to need some blocks of quartz too. Let's just grab, we won't need nearly that many, but okay. And let's look at, make sure the crafting recipe is correct. Yeah, we can just craft it. Okay, so, and there we go. And it's actually the terrestrial agglomeration plate. And to place that down, kind of running out of room here because you need a 3x3 area for it. I think we can go ahead and just make it here for right now. Okay, and then you're going to need to put it on this build here, which is like a cross of quartz blocks, but not this one on top. That's the only thing about this tool here. It just really smashes through things, which is nice sometimes. Okay, so then we put 4 lapis in the corners, and then the plate goes right in the middle. Okay, and then you'll need mana for it too. You can use spreaders, or you can put a spark on it. When you create, this is how you would do the what is that called? Terrasteel. That's right. So, like I said, it's another crafting station. So you have your altar, you have just a regular workbench, and it's technically not crafting, but it's exchanging items when you throw items into the Alfheim portal. So, all right. So I get a lot of things I want to go over. So we're not going to keep going on to Britannia today. And if we look at our quests, so yeah, instead of going to L, I just going through the menu here. I wanted to look at Ars Nouveau. We kind of completed a bunch of this stuff. I did go ahead and create a charm. I figured we'd do the familiar together. So we've got everything done, and we had we got these things from the loot bees. Right now, actually, we got them from quests, the robes and stuff. So, and then this is going to take a little bit for us to get to. We need to take a trip to the Nether. I believe I think there's illagers in the Nether, so those will hopefully be able to drop a totem of Undying that we need for it. And then we need to do that ritual too for the Wilden Tribune, or Wilden, whatever it's called. Let's see. We can look at it real quick. Yeah, the Tribute. Okay, so if we go back over here, look at those. That we're pretty much done with that. We got a few things left, right? And then the Britannia stuff, we've got started in it pretty far. Elven Gateway Core, I can pick that back up, and then we could do some. We need to fight the guy in Guardian, which that'll probably be a whole episode, and we'll do all this stuff, but not today. So we may complete all these quests that we got. But like I said, I kind of worked pretty hard on some items, and you kind of seen that a little bit earlier, and I'll show you kind of what they are. Clean up these guys up. Main reason I'm still working on these, and I probably need to make a mob farm, is that we need a lot of those souls things. So soul shards, I think is what they're called. Just taking these guys out. Right. So yeah, we need a full mob souls. We need a fair bit of those. Okay. Let's throw those in our system. And we still got them just opening up the loot chest for us. And if we get a travel staff, if you're standing on one of these, you don't have to have it, and you can't just click on it if like something's blocking you like a machine, because you go into the inventory of it. But yeah, it's pretty handy. So if we go down here, I kind of moved this stuff around a little bit and added some more stuff to the EMC links so that we could get them anything. It could be EMC. I need to set up external storages on these, probably set up, and then we could just have fully access to these when I'm doing the crafting inside the refined storage system, if that makes sense for you guys. So anything that's in here, you left click like I said before, and you get a stack, or you right click and you get one, or you can shift click and remove the items out of here. But you can kind of see there's a bunch of helpful items that we don't have to craft. Might have to craft them once. These items I'm trying to put here together because we're going to need those for the cosmic meatball, which I'll talk about here in a minute, why we're working on that kind of stuff. Over here, got a crushing wheel, and we're actually just went through all of that, which is like 500,000, $500,000 of the deep slate, and then we're crushing it, and that gets us the crushed deep slate, which goes up here to our system. Once we get a stack, it drops it in here, and we're using an absorption hopper for clicking it. We're just taking the items down to an importer, goes into the system. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so yeah, and I made the electric motor, some brass tunnels or funnels, and so you can, with your wrench, you can come up here and you can change it. And when you get up to 256, we have enough power to power it. That's the cool thing about the electric motors. You don't have to worry about stress units or anything like that because it's being powered by our electric, right? And so we're crushing up that deep slate cobble, and one of the things you get is uranite on it, a raw uranite. And then I'm using the energizing orb here because you get 2 for each one that you energize, and we need a bunch of those for the next thing we're going to talk about over here is the new room that I created, and this is where we're starting all of our singularities. Okay, once I got like 2k of them, and then the inventory store here, so it's like 2k plus 64, I just go ahead and break the line. But we're using these neutronium compressors. The crafting recipe is similar to what we did have for the neutron collectors. You have to make them an extreme collector or extreme crafting bench. And then I put the items up here that you use to make it. So there's still some items that I haven't got yet. So this one's done at 2k, and we got a stack of 64, so we'll go ahead and break that. Let's see, this one's getting close. Each one takes a different amount. Like this takes 7,000 of these mob filters. And then if they can be EMC'd, I just put a link back there and it's sending them out from our personal EMC, which now we have up to 30.38 petabytes. Some items have to be crafted from other things, so like the mob souls. They take 33 or 45 total. It's not very many, but they don't generate a lot. We don't have an actual mob farm going, so to speak. So we get 122, which is pretty good. So I show they're existing. So all I'm doing is using an exporter on the back of this to bring out the refined storage system into this drawer, and then it brings the item out, and like I said here, in the compressor, and makes the singularity. See what we're thinking about this. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys these cool drawers that you can make. So I've got the basic ones in my backpack, I think. Yeah, right here. So what you do is you take a drawer, you put it in the crafting bench, a 3x3, and then you put the first block that you want on the inside or outside. Which one does it see? It says put the texture you want for the outside in the first slot. So the first slot would have been diamond, and then the second slot I put in coal, so we get this diamond and black looking drawers. I think it looks pretty cool. I wish I would have known about that earlier and looked at it, but I'm not a decorator like I told you guys. So let's look at it. We had to make these node overclockers, and so I think we're good at 2K on these anyway. So, and same thing with these corrupted ingots. So we'll take those out. Still got a ways to go with the uranite, as you can see. They take 45, but it just doesn't generate much more. I probably could set up a couple of the generators for the deep slate and speed that process up, but I haven't yet. All right, so then the next thing we got is our, which one is this? The flux block. Finally updated those, and I'm just using EMC to generate the ones we need here. So that one's done. Should have 64 in here also. Yep. Where are we at on? Okay, the mana still. So that's why I probably need to upgrade the mana and the Botania, and so we can make a bunch more mana steel, because all that is iron thrown into the mana, and you get the mana steel. And I got a drawer again exporting out of the system. It says it's got 24 in there. I probably haven't extracted that because I haven't set up the automation yet. And if I don't have it set up yet, I don't extract out of the here either to put it back into the system, because I'm using a drawer controller right here. I had to put it here because if I had it over here originally where I had it, it wouldn't reach to both sides because of the size of the room. So yeah, that's kind of the thing going on there. And then we have the infused ender pearl. Looks like it's done too. And like I said, I had to get down here and select the output so it would go ahead and go up to the drawer. So if we look at it, we should have 64. These things are slow creating, really slow. It takes 3,333, as you can see. And I think this has been reduced too, so that's a good thing. And that's one reason I have the watch over here to speed it up. So that one's done. Looks like we got, oh yeah, that's done. So those gems are done. Nice. So yeah, that's a good thing I turned that off up there, because we don't need any more of those. So this is all in-game stuff, or in-game, you know, what we want to do to complete the pack. So if we look at our achievements again, our quest, we go down here to the Densita Infinia. Probably not pronouncing those right at all. But anyway, so I just started down here with the magenta singularity magic and kind of went through them and built them around the room. And you can see the ones that I've taken out that I can complete, because we have the explanation that they've been completed. And then I done this in the extreme crafting. You can see it's pretty easy. We have the items to do it, and especially since when I went out to the end a long time ago, I had the end stone to make them. Had a record, and all you do is you put it in a crafting bench and you break it down and you get that one. Pretty simple. The ultimate stew requires all of this food, which, you know, it's going to be quite a thing to set up. So that may be 1 or 2 episodes to be able to just do all of that. And then if we come over here and look at the cosmic meatballs, you can see that's in one of those EMC links of all the items I've been collecting to be able to do this. I don't have the raw rabbit right now. I created a fishing pole and got the 2 salmon and the cod. This I had a puffer fish actually, and I had a tropical fish both in a bucket. I poured those on the ground and just killed them, and I was able to get those items. And they're all EMCable to all the items are, except for it looks like the tronium nugget. I think everything else has EMC. So once you get it, it shouldn't be too bad. And these are generating, you know, in the background fairly fast now. I added a few more to our collection, so those are good. Let's see what else. Yeah, that stew is going to be quite a thing to set up. Some items, kind of like these other singularities, they do have EMC, so they won't be so bad. But not everything has EMC. I don't believe anyway. Let's take a look again. Yeah, the Farmer's Delight doesn't. There might be some items in the like fruit salads, probably has apples. Some items that are that do have AMC we'll be able to use. But so it's something definitely we'll work on. Today I just kind of want to get you guys caught up on what I've been doing, because I did spend quite a bit of time setting up this room. It didn't take any time to dig it out, but just getting all these items setting up, going through each singularity. And like I said, I just went through. Let me show you kind of what I did, I guess. If we go back into our quest, so the first one I just went and looked. It says it takes 1777 and magenta matter. So I just went ahead and grabbed one of those, put up here so I know what I'm using to craft these singularities. Okay. And then I filtered that inside here with just in the personal EMC, and it brought it out using item pipes into the system, and it takes those and compresses them once you get a certain amount, whatever it says you need to have. Like, let's see, which one are we still doing? This one here, we need 45 of each mob souls to make one singularity. Okay, and so once I had it and it was working in the system, I selected this to output the item pipes. And then they're, like I said, just going down into this drawer, and then they get distributed back to, or this drawer controller, and distributed to the correct drawer. And that's why they're all locked too, so we don't have some going into other drawers. All right, and then to get in and do some stuff for, because I know we're going to need plastic, I went ahead and set up the system over here. I think it's a pretty cool system that I got set up, although this is kind of weird. Is that not working? This is just made some matter and some eggs. Everite amulet. Technically, you should be able to, like, yeah, do that. Of course, we don't want that. So it's like a infinite amount of water, a personal water source. So anyway, what this system is set up here is to create latex, and it can't process those without water. So let's see if we can put this back in. Okay, fire water projectiles. Let's charge it up and see if that makes any difference. So just using the G. Maybe it's broken. Okay, guys, I went in and I was looking at the settings again. I deleted all 3 of those Evertides that I had. Thought maybe some data was corrupted or something on me. And I created a new one. And I was going down here and clicking on this. As you can see, there's a couple modes. There's empty, there's both. And that's kind of what I had before. I guess just both 2 ways. And so I was sticking the system in and it was going out through that. But if we just click on empty, it seems to be good right now anyway. So I just wanted to update you guys on that. All right, let me show you kind of what I did here. On the bottom is just power cables from items, pipes, the pipes mod. Over here I have a factory block placer from the engineer's decor. So it's placing right above it a, let's see if these full, are these full? Yeah. I don't know if they keep the stuff if we break them or not, but that's okay. So it places the acacia, which has the most latex when it's taking them out. So it's the best log, I guess is what I'm saying when you set up the system. There's other usually other block placers. Even Industrial Foregoing has its own block placer that I normally use to place the logs up. Usually they don't take power or anything. These flip extractors don't take power, but if you do give them power, they work at a faster rate. You can upgrade them too. So let's put that back and make sure everything's working. Let's grab a different wrench. Most of these wrenches you can use to take things in and out. It looks like it kept its latex. So anyway, and then I created this jumbo fluid tank, which you can see it's got 1,024 buckets in it. And so what we're doing is we're taking the fluid out of the extractors, putting it into this tank, and then to process it over here in the latex processing unit, it requires water and then fluid. The latex fluid, it sucks in from the big tank, and then it needed power too. And then it creates these tiny dry rubbers, which need to come over into this system. It looks like it's all back stuff too, because we probably run out of power. Yeah, I was just using coal to build those. So let's throw some more coal in and I'll show you how the system's set up there. Grab a few there. Wait, tuck those out real quick. Oh, it didn't put them all in actually, because it's got so many going on. Okay. Now let's put those in there. So anyway, it's going to process. I just got the items coming out of here. I used a tier one crafter so we can go ahead and make these items. And I've showed you guys how this kind of machine works before. So you select an item, you put in the recipe, and you can select whether you want it to export or stay inside or export. What the heck? I wonder if that took, I don't know how they got in there. Unless I just did it and accidentally didn't see it, but okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about this thing. Definitely some weird stuff happens that you normally don't see. All right, so like the crafter over here, as you see, it's kind of went through and it's doing this thing. It's actually catching or staying caught up now. Are we caught up over here? Yeah. And so it's continuing to make these, and I just put one upgrade in here. So if we look, also, if you guys don't know, on the drawers, if you click on the frame of it, around the bottom of it, you can get into its system, and then you see how many items it's holding, how many it's got. It doesn't show you the individuals when it gets over 1,000, but so it's going to hold up to 16.4K of plastic, which I thought would be fine to go ahead and do. It looks like I need to fill that up again. I'll do that again later also with coal. And it's just going through and processing each of those that's been crafted, the dry rubber, and then it turns it into plastic when it smelts the item. So that's kind of what's going on over here. Pretty small system. I probably could be a little bit smaller, but I wanted to show you guys how all the pipes are running and stuff. That's why I use glass too. And I'm just using wireless, obviously, flux network power. So pretty simple setup. When you first get into industrial foregoing, you got to have that for all the mob mashers and stuff. There's some other prerequisites we're going to need to do once we get into the mob masher and stuff. Okay. What else do we got going on? I think I get you pretty much caught up now. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Like I said, this episode just catching you up with what we were doing. And next episode, I think episode 25, we might go to the nether. I'm not going to promise you because something else might come, but now I would change my mind. But I really think that's probably what we're going to do because that's kind of where we're gated behind getting some items from there. So the plan will be to get there, get some maybe mob spawners, definitely at least get a totem of dime. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.